Welcome to Violet Light Tarot. This is the Cancerian reading for October 2020. This is for all Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and of course cross-watchers are also always welcome. Please note this is a collective reading for Cancer, so if you're looking for something specific to you, or if you have a question regarding your own life and happenings, please check the description below for the website for purchasing that. So Cancerians, how have you been? How has your October been so far? If you're Canadian, happy Thanksgiving weekend. Let's look into what's going on with you for this month, shall we? We're starting out with the Two of Cups. Amazing. We also have the Eight of Cups, and we also have the Page of Swords. To clarify for the Two of Cups, you have the World. To clarify for the Eight of Cups, you have the Empress. Nope, there we go. So to clarify, for the Page of Swords, you have the Hermit in reverse. So Cancerians, what I'm looking at for you for the month of October, and what I'm hearing is that you had a connection with someone that is literally like the be-all, end-all experience for you. You've had to walk away from some other things to make it to this person, to be able to make it to this connection, which is fine. That's great. That's awesome. Because what's happened is it's really this connection, which is what you've always wanted in that kind of companionship. And I'm saying that because for some of you, being a collective reading, for some of you it is a romantic relationship, for some of you it's a friendship with someone who's just the ultimate friend. For you vibe with them, they vibe with you, etc. And you basically had to walk away from a lot of things that didn't serve you anymore, and that's okay though, because that walking away step actually brought in this new connection, or it birthed this new connection with someone. And the Page of Swords is the idea of a communication of truth and a communication of some kind of message that came to you with regard to where your truth was, which took you out of the hermit mode that you had been in for so long and brought you really into that connection that you were meant to have with whoever this person happens to be. So let's find out with your get some crystal healing for you. Now, healing doesn't necessarily mean that you're going through something right now where you need healing. It's just, it can also be about maintenance as well. So maintaining an equilibrium or getting through sort of a hiccup that may occur. if I can cut the nails, can't pick anything up. So we have the graphic smoky quartz with the number 49, which goes down to a 13, which goes down to a 4. You also have the green border, which talks about the heart chakra and healing that heart chakra. So the wonderful thing about this is that, remember that quartz talks about communication, it talks about love, and this particular, the graphic smoky quartz in particular, is really all about, it's a stabilizer, is basically what it is. So it's kind of finding your way in dark places. It's getting out of that, any kind of lack of trust you may have had with yourself lately, and just realizing that you're what you have to offer, what your gifts are, and what you offer to a situation. So again, that message of you are where you're supposed to be, you are with the person you're supposed to be with, getting you out of that hermit state. Your divine animal for this particular month there we go. Okay. So your animal for the month of October is actually the chameleon with change. And the number on top is the number 33, which is a divine number. And the chameleon of change basically literally just, it talks about change. So again, remember how we mentioned walking away from whatever it happens to be that wasn't serving you anymore, to bring yourself into that new state where you would be in alignment with the person that you've met now. And just understanding that any kind of resistance that you were holding, that sort of hermit state that you were in before, where you were just like, I don't want to meet anybody, I don't want to do anything, that kind of thing, that it just ends up being futile, because basically change is going to happen whether we want it to or not, and basically trying to stop it from happening is actually how we end up hurting ourselves, or becoming sort of low vibration and getting into that sort of funky state where we're feeling very negative about things. So your shadow card for October, this is anything that could be holding you back, anything that could be blocking you, anything that can be, blocking that change that you're going through, or that acceptance that you're coming towards. Oh, of course. Okay, bear with me for a second. I am going to try and go around you to get it, because it literally fell on the other side of the table. So that always happens. I always go on the other side of the table. So just bear with me for a second. Yeah, so I paused it because I ended up actually hitting the tripod and basically jarring the camera way off of the table. So that's the only reason why there's a glitch between where you were and where you are now. The card that fell and I've actually retrieved for you is Mott with Judgment. Now the Judgment card in this case, I'm hearing, it has to do with self-judgment. It's not other people judging you. It's not it's kind of you judging yourself a bit for what you've walked away from. And it's that kind of back of the head kind of thing where you're wondering, did you do the right thing? Should you have walked away from all that stuff? Not realizing at the time that it really was a matter of, if you hadn't walked away, then this new wonderful connection and this new part of your life couldn't have started without that. So pulling yourself away from that judgment, accepting yourself, accepting your decisions, and really sort of giving yourself that self-forgiveness for seeing it not as it actually truly was is kind of the go-to and the message for this particular time. So this is what I have for you, Cancerians, for October of 2020. Thank you so much for coming to the reading. Thank you so much for bringing your energies to allow these cards to come out. It's been an honor reading for you, and I look forward to doing so again soon. Bye for now.